Good evening.
All right. Hi, Joey. We're going to just ask you some questions about you and Jessica, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So how did you and Jessica meet?
Well, we met because of me. Actually because of her. So she liked a stupid video on Facebook, and it was stupid enough that I thought it was like hilarious. And so her liking that, I figured if she likes that video, she's got to be cool enough to where I could like hang out with her. So I hit her up on Facebook a couple times and she denied me, but I was persistent and she finally said yes, but only because she was like angry with another dude that I've never met, never heard about him. So she only went on a date with me because she was like getting back at another guy. But joke's on him because,
Yeah.
now we're getting like married and stuff.
Yeah.
So
So what were your first impressions of Jessica?
she was real quiet at first, but then once I got to know her, she was like awesome. But like the first day, it was really awkward. I did most of the talking because I'm awkward that way. But you don't really know somebody till you talk to them. First impressions though, I thought she was really hot, and once she started talking, she was really funny.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you do on your first date?
Well, like an idiot, I went to a movie.
What movie did you go to? Do you remember?
World War Z, so it's not even a good movie, depending on what you think.
Yeah.
I thought it was decent. I just wanted to see the movie, so it was a win-win either way for me. So I hit her up on Facebook. I'm like, hey, where do you live? I'll pick you up. So we went over to Station Park, and it was just so awkward the whole time because it's the first time we ever like talked to each other. I just picked her up and we went. Went and watched World War Z, sat in silence basically next to each other for a good hour and a half, and then we left the movie. We just chilled around Station Park, and I talked her ear off while she just was pretty quiet.
Tell us about your first kiss.
Oh, well, it was in my mom's basement. So she's probably not too happy about that, but wasn't anything else. So we watched the movie, laid the old Barlow charm on her, and just kissed her. I don't know, nothing really crazy.
That's fun.
It wasn't like,
When did you first know that you loved Jessica, and how did you tell her?
So this was probably 6 months into us dating around then. We've been dating for 6 months, and like we'd hung out with each other every weekend since we met, since that first date. And I've never been around somebody so much without like hating them. So not once did I ever be like, man, I gotta lose this chick. I didn't ever say that. So by the time 6 months rolled around, I'm like, man, there's something about this girl that I really like. Good combination of the looks, obviously, she's really pretty, and her personality just went right with mine. So I knew I loved her because I knew she was the first person that I've been able to be myself around.
Do you remember how you told her the first time?
Really awkwardly.
Yeah.
I made a tent in my dorm room, like not a tent, a fort. Made a fort in my dorm room, and then she kind of just stared at me awkwardly until I was like, I love you. I don't really say I love you that much, maybe to like my cat, but so it was awkward for me, but yeah.
When did you first know that you wanted to marry Jessica?
I don't think there was ever one moment where I was like, oh, I'm gonna marry her. I think just gradually I figured that I couldn't live without her.
Did you ask Jessica's parents for permission, and how did it go?
Oh man, Yeah, I asked him. So I called Wendy and Randall up one night. I was like, hey, can I come talk to you guys? And went over to their house, and I just was like, yo, I like your daughter. Like to marry her. Is that cool with you guys? And they were like, no. And I was like, what? But then right after, they're like, just kidding. I was like, wow, you guys suck. That's not funny. And yeah, I think Wendy did that because she wanted to like pull my chain, but old Randy, he couldn't keep a straight face. It was really scary.
And how did you propose?
So I proposed I got with Randy, booked some plane tickets for California. Unbeknownst to Jessica, planned this whole little trip, and our flight left for California on a Saturday at 9 o'clock, or was it 8? I still don't remember, which is horrible. Either way, we drove down that night so that we could get up and go on a plane. She didn't know where we were going, but I totally ruined the surprise because I had my dad drive me. We were driving to the airport, and then I get this call from Randy, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? You know what I'm doing?" And he's like, "You need to get your ass moving." And I'm like, "Well, okay. Duh, yeah, I know, I'm supposed to." And then, like, after I heard him say that, it just all sunk in. I was like, oh my gosh. I checked the itinerary, and, like, we had already missed the flight. So I was like, oh my gosh, oh crap. So we missed the flight for this whole trip that I planned out to do a nice little engagement. So that sucked. So we worked with the flight people, Alaska Airlines, and they got us some different plane tickets, moved some stuff around. Did cost a little bit of money, so I ended up scooping poop for Randy that day for a good 2 hours. I think I got like 5 bags of poop, which I was more than happy to do, was scoop poop. So then we got our flights. My cousin lives over there, and he acted like an Uber driver when we got to the airport. So I was just like, hey Jessica, I got us an Uber. Let's go check out the beach first before we do anything else. She was like, okay. And my cousin looks like he's from San Diego anyways. So he picked us up, acted like an Uber driver. Jessica didn't notice his University of Utah sticker on his car. And so we just kind of bullcrapped for a little bit. Oh, where are you from? Utah, okay, work for me, blah, blah, blah. And then he just took us straight to the place that me and him had planned out, and he had his buddy filming it, so we got it all on video, and we basically just got out of the car, walked to this beautiful scenery, and then I popped the question.
Did she say yes right away?
Yeah.
That's good.
Aside from like the,
Yeah.
stuff.
And why do you think Jessica will make a good wife?
Well, she's made a really good girlfriend, so far a really great fiance, and I think if she learns how to cook, she'd be great. But I like cooking, but... That's good. Yeah.
So tell us an embarrassing story or experience about you and Jessica's dating experience.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like... it's embarrassing how many times we broke up and got back together. That's pretty obvious. Other than that, just, it wasn't really awkward. I think that's why I really liked her, because it wasn't ever really awkward for us. But
Has Jessica ever done something really embarrassing in front of you?
Ever since the farting started, it can't really shock me.
All right. And what do you love most about Jessica?
I love her, who she is, and how she she always is very caring, makes me feel wanted and loved every single day I'm around her. I can just be myself around her. She's really great. She's very kind, and her sense of humor and my sense of humor are kind of messed up, kind of sick, weird way, and they just go together perfectly.
Awesome. So Jessica is watching this right now. Is there anything you...
Oh crap, I shouldn't have said all that stuff.
Is there anything you want to tell her or want her to know?
Yeah, I love you, babe. And I don't know. I'm not good at talking into cameras.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.